Mini skirt on, dip my body in glitter. Platform sneakers, all the boys want a picture. Two foreign cars, I make rich look richer. Save your breath, baby, I'm not going home with ya. Mini skirt on, dip my body
Hello,
in
hello,
glitter.
hello. You're now tuned in to the A Little Bit of Love podcast. I'm your host, Kristen, and welcome back to another week. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that my first podcast anniversary is coming up. And that's the first thing that I wanted to talk about when we first get into the episode. If you guys haven't listened to my last two episodes, your girl has been talking about my first anniversary of the podcast coming up, that I'm going to do a special episode to where I talk about different things that I've learned this past year. And I have a Google form in the description box on YouTube or on Apple and Spotify that you can click. And when you go to that form, you can let me know, do you have a favorite episode from this past year? Do you have a favorite guest? Do you have a favorite topic? If there's any nice comments that you want to share or feedback, you can leave that all there anonymously, and then I'm going to read them back on the anniversary episode. So wanted to remind you guys, because the day that I'm posting this, I think the forms are only going to be open for 2 more days, and then I'm closing it so that way we can get to the anniversary episode and I can read all these responses. So make sure you guys do that, because I really, really, really would appreciate your feedback, so that way I can know where you guys are at. How are you feeling it? Do you have any topics that you like that you want me to talk about again? Like any type of feedback that you want, let me know in that form, okay? Period. So I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, if this is your first time here, hello. Watching on YouTube, go ahead and click that like button and go ahead and comment below to let me know what you think about the topic that we're going to get into today. And subscribe, because your girl is on her way to her first 500 subscribers now. And that's on what? Period. Aha! Thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed. And if you haven't already, I always say this. I know it's a little bit scary to commit to a new content creator, but there's no reason to worry, okay? It's safe over here. This is a safe space. You guys are going to enjoy it. You can kick back, relax. We get into pop culture. We get into mental health. It's a little bit a lot, hence the show name. So if that interests you, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And if you're listening on Spotify and Apple, hello, welcome back. Go ahead and leave that 5-star rating. Leave a review to let me know what you think about the episode. And click that follow button so you're staying up to date with every episode, period. So yeah, this week I just thought that we would talk about a little term that I heard when I was on TikTok a while ago called hurry sickness. And I've seen that a few different people have been talking about it, and I'm just like, what's the tea on hurry sickness? Because this feels like something that I can relate to on a deep level. So I did what I do best, did a little research to figure out what's going on so that way it can help me. And then I'm like, wait, like this is something I should talk about on the podcast, because I feel like a lot of my followers and subscribers and listeners are pretty similar to me as well. And you guys might be able to relate to hurry sickness as well. So I figured, why not share the information that I learned with you guys? So let's get straight into it. I knew that I had a serious problem when I was relating to so many different things when it came to this hurry sickness situation. And I'm just like, ooh, like, no, I feel called out right now, because your girl be rushing through life. Your girl be hurrying really for no reason. You know what I mean? And I'm really, really, really trying to work on that. So when it came to the hurry sickness, I'm like, well, what is it technically? Like, what is the definition? It says that it's a pattern of chronic rushing and feeling of urgency, even when it's not needed. That's, yeah, I've been there, done that. Okay. I actually was doing that this weekend. Like, that's how much I really need to work on this. And I was like, okay, well, who coined it? And basically these cardiologists named Meyer Friedman and Ray Rosenman coined the term hurry sickness in their 1974 book called Type A Behavior in Your Heart. So I was like, okay, well, what are like some different examples of hurry sickness? And basically, one example is like when you're treating everything like a race. You can get super annoyed, like if you're stuck in a long line, or if you're forced to wait for like a long time period. Sometimes you might like speed to get to your destination quicker. And it's like, oh my God, like that is so me down boots. Like, I always feel like everything truly is a race. And I don't know if it also has to do with like the ADHD of it all, but I feel like because my thoughts are racing, I have to hurry up and like get to what I need to get to and finish it quickly so I can move on to the next thing. And one thing about me, sweetie, like I really am good for getting annoyed when I'm stuck in a long line. I hate being stuck in a long line, babes. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it because then all of a sudden I'm thinking about all the different things that I could be doing while I'm sitting here stuck in this line. And I'm just like, why don't they hurry up? Move on, move on. Let's get this going. You know what I mean? Especially like when you're at a grocery store. And then like the other week I was at the store and there was this the cashier, she was bagging the items so slow and like scanning the stuff so slow. And I genuinely had nowhere else to be. Like all I had to do was just come home, cook dinner, and then I can relax like for the rest of the evening, especially because it was a Friday night. So it's like I really had like nothing to do. But in my mind, I'm just like, girl, you're moving like a mother freaking sloth. We're going to need you to pick up the freaking pace and get to stepping. But it's like, really, why does she need to rush? You know what I mean? Like, why did I feel like I needed to hurry up and get the frick out of the store? And I feel like it also made me kind of like look into myself a little bit about it too, because then it's like, I feel like because I feel like I'm always in a rush and they need to hurry up so I can get out of there, then it causes me to just like get overstimulated because I'm already irritated from waiting. So then it's like if I'm already kind of irritated from waiting, don't let there be like some kid in the line who's making noise and that's going to annoy me. Or like some person in line the other day was like talking on their Bluetooth and I'm just like, ugh. And I say Bluetooth because, you know, like those old heads, they don't use AirPods when they be on the phone in the store. Like some of the older people like genuinely still do have like Bluetooth earpieces. And this lady had one of those in her ear and she was just keying on the phone. And I'm just like, not only am I forced to stay in this line and wait forever, but then there's this one kid that keeps making a bunch of noise. And three people back, there's this lady who's talking loud on her Bluetooth. And now I'm ready to just run the frick out of this store. You know what I mean? So then it just ends up piling up and piling up. And now I'm overstimulated when all I really need to do is just relax, take in the moment. At the end of the day, I should be appreciative at the fact that I got my groceries and I'm in the checkout line. So at least I got one part of that task done. But instead, I'm just like, I need to get out of this line as fast as possible. So, you know, same thing with like speeding to get your destination quicker. Yeah, extremely guilty of that because I literally did that this weekend with me and my sister. We did a getaway that I won for a giveaway for Bellamere Suites, and it's about like an hour and a half away from my house. So I was like really, really sleepy because we had to wake up a little bit earlier and I didn't go to sleep till like late the night before and I was so tired. So I'm like, maybe if I just drive faster, I'll get to the destination sooner so I can like limit my like probability of falling asleep at the wheel. And it's like, one, I probably should have just taken a, break, stopped at, just to get some rest. We're not stopping at rest areas, babes. It's 2024. If you're a woman and you're traveling and you're stopping at a rest stop, don't do it, okay? They be trafficking up there. If you need to stop and take a breather when you're driving, go to McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Go to a Taco Bell, something. I remember one time there was no McDonald's or Taco Bell, there was no food. I think the only thing that I saw that was close was a Target. I stopped at that Target and went to the bathroom. Anything but a rest stop, okay? But yeah, like, was I going 10 miles over the speed limit? Yes. Should I have been doing that? No. Really, what was the rush? There was none. Should I have gotten a little bit more rest? Yeah. So honestly, that's on me. Like, the moral of the story here is through this hurry sickness research, like, it's causing me to take a lot of accountability, babes. for my actions up until this freaking week, okay? Another example of hurry sickness is when you're constantly multitasking or feeling anxious if you're not doing multiple things at once, like if you're checking emails while cooking dinner or something. That is me for real. Like, I am so guilty of like cooking dinner and then trying to like do laundry at the same time. So then like while something's like boiling, then I go into the laundry room and then like I put a load in the dryer or put a load in the washing machine, try to fold a couple clothes, check my phone, check what's going on social media, you know what I'm saying? I sometimes will try to even like edit an episode while I'm cooking. Like, it just gets scary airier than Max were to Nikki, and I just don't think that that's good for me mentally. And if you are a victim of these type of actions, like, that's not good for you either, babe. Okay, so yeah, I really do need to work on that, because like, why can't I just do one task at a time? Why can't I just cook the dinner and then after I'm done, eat and then do laundry? Why do I feel like I have to do all of those things at once? Because of the freaking hurry sickness. And it's like, I forgot to say at the beginning, like, this is not like an actual like medical term, if you will. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was just coined by these two cardiologists. But yeah, like, I'm guilty of that. Then I'm just like, okay, well, what are like the negative effects of it? Because we have the definition, we have who coined the term, we have a few examples. So what do these examples and how can this negatively affect you? And I found an article, and I'm going to make sure that I link the two articles that I found in the description on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple as well. It says that the negative effects of hurry sickness means that you can often devote less time to self-care, because relaxation and alone time might be the first activities that you throw out the window when you feel busy. But many people with hurry sickness also start to ignore things like hydration, balanced meals, physical activity, or sleep. And once again, are you seeing the pattern here? Guilty, guilty, guilty. That's what I am, because like that is so true. Like, it really is easy for me to throw out my self-care routine when I feel like there's so many different things that needs to be done. It feels like, why should I focus on that when I could be doing something else? And especially, I said it before, since starting the podcast, I feel like I've really had to check myself with that and be more intentional about putting that time aside for the self-care. And like you mentioned, where then you tend to forget hydration. Like, your girl was lacking when it came to my water intake, and then I'm wondering why I'm always like freaking tired and thirsty. Balanced meals. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm in a rush, I need to do this, and this. I don't have time to cook dinner. So now I'm trying to order something out to eat, and that's not good. Like, your girl needs to be able to keep it cute and eat at home sometimes too, and have like a good balanced meal. Physical activity. What walks? You know what I'm saying? That's really the type of energy that I've been on for the past few months, like neglecting my daily walks, and I really need to get back into that. And the same thing with sleep. I just always feel like, oh, if I stay up a little bit longer so I can get this done, then I'll go to sleep, and that's not good. So it says that when you don't have good self-care practices in place to, swing back at the stress and anxiety, you might start to notice physical health effects like trouble sleeping, changes in appetite, fatigue, headaches, stomach issues, decreased immune health. And then all of that can lead to burnout. And if you don't know, burnout is a state where you feel completely drained and you feel like you can barely cope with the demands of everyday life. And yeah, I truly think that I was reached like a point of burnout a couple of months when it came to the daily demands of everyday life. And I truly had like negative effects in every way possible that was listed here, especially when it comes to the fatigue and the headaches. Like, your girl was always feeling fatigued, and I was always getting a migraine. Like, I truly had a migraine era. And I think now that I'm thinking about it, not to like self-diagnose or anything like that, that it really has a lot to do with this whole hurry sickness aspect of it all. Because when you're constantly living in a state of hurry, 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 rush, 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 like that can cause your body to crash out and crash down fast. So when I read that, I was just like, wait, decreased immune health? Like, that's just not good. Like it really, really, really is a reality check. So then I'm just like, okay, well, like if those are all the negative effects, like what can you do to fix it? Basically, there's three different ways that that I came up with and that I saw like in the research that like can generalize different ways of fixing it. There's more out there, but to keep it simple and keep it cute, first, I think the most important is try to focus on what's actually urgent. And I think that that's going to be like my plan of action going forward, because it's like not everything needs to be done today, right now. Like, I feel like I treat everything like it's urgent, even if it's something that doesn't technically need my attention for like a couple days or even like until the next day. Like, not everything has to be urgent. Like, not everything has to be done now, now, now. Like, if you really take a second to pause, wait, think, and say, is this urgent? And I think that like that makes me think about like with me when I was like with working in radiology. Like a lot of times like doctors will order exams and be like, this is a stat exam. And when you order something as stat, it really needs to be like for real urgent. Like if somebody just has like pain in their leg compared to like a head injury and they need a head MRI versus just like an x-ray of the leg because their leg hurts a little bit, those are two different levels of urgency. We cannot stop and move the heavens and earth for something that isn't actually urgent. So when I think about it like that, it's like, is this a stat worthy situation? You know what I mean? Like, does this need my time, my mental, like physical energy right the frick now? And another way that you can try to fix hurry sickness is scheduling more chill time with yourself. Like I said, short walks or even quiet time really helps, because that was something that I felt like I wasn't prioritizing when it came to my short walk. So I really want to get back into that. And same thing with like quiet time. I always felt like I needed to like hurry up and just like talk. Like I've said this before, the second, like, let's say my boyfriend comes home from work, I just want to hurry up and just like tell him everything that was going on with my day. I want to hear everything that was going on with him. But sometimes like I realize that I need a little bit more like quiet time before transitioning from being done with work and then moving on to my evening. You know what I mean? So there's times where, like, especially this last like couple weeks, I've been trying to just take a little bit of time in my office after I'm done, just chill, just have quiet time, because the second that I go out of my office and then I like go interact and engage with my boyfriend, like it's gonna be a little bit overstimulating, because sometimes he just gets home and he immediately like turns on his music and it's like Trippy Red, and you know how crazy Trippy Red can be, and it's like, geez Louise, like your girl needs a second of silence. Seriously. I know that sometimes like sitting alone and that quiet time can be a little bit daunting, but it really has helped. So like if you guys haven't tried it yet, I really think that you should attempt to get quiet time, or like I said, going for that walk to like clear your head, like really does help. So I really need to prioritize that like going forward. Another thing that I actually have been doing and I'm gonna continue to make sure that I prioritize going forward as well is trying a calming nighttime routine to help reduce stress before bed, because I feel like I was kind of just like up like on TikTok, like watching a YouTube video, watching TV, watching a movie, and then being like, all right, time for bed, and then just immediately switching to like going to bed. But I feel like once again, dealing with like that transition from like doing a lot and then immediately trying to go to bed like doesn't help. So when you have like a calming nighttime routine, that can help with the transition and help you feel like less in a rush, like less hurried. And lately, this past couple weeks, I've been doing digital coloring. I've been sharing on my Instagram at a little bit a lot podcast, where I've been doing like different apps that have like coloring on my iPad. And I really, really like it because like my sister, she's into coloring and she orders like different coloring books and stuff. And she even has like a coloring Instagram page and she's really, really good. But the one thing I don't like about coloring on like a real like coloring book is the fact that like you have to be up, you know what I'm saying, like have a surface to be able to color on. And plus, like, a lot of times I find myself like bending over and like hunching over my neck to like color, and then like that hurts my neck after a while. So when I was looking on TikTok, I saw different people that were like doing digital coloring books and different digital coloring pages, and I'm like, wait, like that looks like so much fun. The one that I've been doing lately is kind of like a paint by numbers or like color by numbers. I'm like, wait, like this is so calming and relaxing to be able to do like before bedtime. So I don't know, guys, like if you have not tried doing like any type of like digital coloring and stuff on your iPad or just even on your phone, like I would highly suggest that. Or even if a calming nighttime routine for you might look like doing your skincare. I know that's one thing that my sister does to like get her to be able to like wind down before bed. She goes and she takes her like skincare routine like very seriously. You know what I'm saying? She's got the lighting for the ambiance. She washes her face. You know, she brushes her teeth. Like she's got her cute little headband so that way she doesn't get water on her hair. She's even got like little like wrist bands so that way like the water doesn't travel down her arm. Because does anybody else like get grossed out by that feeling when you're like washing your face and then like water is running down your arm? I'm just like, wait, like that's actually a good idea. I should like get that too because I don't like that feeling. But yeah, and then she like has her like face serums and stuff, her skincare, you know, items. And she even does like a little face mask and that like really calms her down, you know, before bed. So I don't know, guys, like maybe try that. So those are just like a different, you know, a few different ways that you could combat the hurry sickness. But I feel like overall, I really, really do, like I said, want to work on just trying to be like more present in the moment. I feel like I just always get irritated anytime anything takes too long in general. And I just don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to continue to always be like impatient for the rest of my life. Like I would like to think that I'm just like this like patient, kind, sweet, like, oh, take your time type of like angel. But in reality, like I'm not. I get kind of like demon time when I feel like something is taking a little bit too long. Even when it comes to like different like stuff like with my boyfriend. Oh my God. One thing I literally like pet peeve down is like if we're ordering something for dinner or something, and let's say like we didn't cook that night, and then he has to like figure out what he wants to eat on DoorDash or something. And so like let's say we'll get like a pizza. I feel like with my pizza, it's very simple, very cutesy, very demure. You know what I mean? Like I'm mindful of the time that it takes to order a pizza. Like it doesn't need to be this whole thing. I get my pepperoni, I get my sausage, I get bacon, onion. Well done. Keep it cute, keep it demure. But for some reason, my boyfriend Juwan is like really kind of OD when it comes to the pizza. So instead of just getting those simple toppings, sometimes he likes to get like sausage, you know, green peppers, and then he'll want like white sauce instead of like the red pizza sauce. Or sometimes he'll want like a barbecue pizza and he'll get like the barbecue sauce instead of the red sauce. And he takes 1,000 years to customize his pizza, and it's different every time. And for some reason, that really, really frustrates me, especially because if we're ordering, we use it on my phone because like my profile has like the Dash Pass on it. So you don't have to pay for like the fees for like delivery and whatever. And so I have to hand him my phone while he's like customizing his order. Or he'll even do that with like Qdoba or like Chipotle. It should not take that long to figure out what you want on your burrito, babe. What you want on your pizza. Like, he takes a long time and will make it custom and choose different things every single time. And there's only so many toppings you can get, and you already know what toppings there are. But for some reason, every time he's like, oh, I need to see, I need to look. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you don't just get your usual pepperoni, bacon, sausage, and onion like me, because that's what I don't get. He likes those toppings too. That's his favorite top tier toppings on a pizza. But for some reason, let it be a random Tuesday and he's like, no, I don't want that. I want to step it up. I don't want to keep it demure. I want something exotic. And then next thing you know, he's like, for some reason, I want pineapples on my pizza today. And it's like, pineapples on your pizza with a white sauce? That sounds kind of grody to me, but no shade, no tea to anybody out there, including my boyfriend who likes those type of toppings, but that's not for me. And then now I'm sitting here without my phone for almost 20 minutes while he figures out what he wants on his pizza or his burrito or whatever it is, taking his sweet old time. And now I don't have my phone, so I'm sitting around twiddling my fingers, looking around, because I'm like, I can't even get on TikTok. I can't even get on Instagram or YouTube to occupy my time because he's got my phone because he's doing the order. And like, now that I think about it, it's like, that shouldn't be a pet peeve. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that I can't even wait a couple minutes for my man to order his order. Like, I should just relax. I should chill. I shouldn't feel like he needs to rush. Why am I rushing him? It feels a little bit unfair. It feels like it's not demure. It's not cutesy. It's not demurtsy. Have you guys heard that TikTok trend from that one person on TikTok who says that? Keep it demure. Keep it cutesy. Keep it demurtsy. Be mindful that you have someone else's phone. Be quick when ordering your pizza. Like, that's really how I be, but I feel like going forward, I probably should give him grace and just let him do him. Like, I understand at this point that's how he is. He deserves to be able to take his time, and why should I feel like I need to rush that? Like, it's okay. It's not the end of the world if it takes a little bit longer than I'd like. This just all, like I said, just really made me like look into myself and think like I really just need to slow down sometimes and smell the freaking roses instead of feeling like I gotta go, 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 go. So yeah, I felt like I should bring that to the table and talk about this week when it comes to the mental health aspect of it all with the show, because I think that we can all benefit from like slowing down a little bit. Oh my God. I can't believe that after a few days after I post this, we're also going to get the Love Island reunion. Guys, this reunion is going to be crazy. I was looking on Instagram and I saw that Cordell and Serena are already in New York. I heard also that Kane allegedly is not invited to the reunion because he was being like racist on TikTok with some chopsticks. You can only imagine what a white person with chopsticks, the racist things that could potentially come out of their mouth. You know what I mean? He didn't keep it demure. He didn't keep it cutesy. So that's on him. But like I always say, when it comes to the different shenanigans of certain Love Island members from this season, am I surprised? No. Disappointed? Yes. So that just randomly came on my mind because a few days after I post this, that reunion is coming up. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you want me to talk about the reunion when it comes out? Do you want me to talk about the reunion when it comes out? It depends on how good it is. We'll see. I forgot I also wanted to do favorite thing of the week. I know this is not a consistent thing, but favorite thing of the week this week, guys, is Touch by Cat's Eye. Oh my God. That song is so cute. That song is so fun. And I really love the fact that this is a group that appears to be a K-pop group, but technically they're not a K-pop group. I believe they're formed by an American label, and then the label that has BTS signed to it. I think Hitman Bang. I think those labels joined forces and came up with this group, but they come from different cultures, like different backgrounds, like different ethnicities. And I really, really love that they have variety when it comes to their group, but it also like still gives like K-pop. But then I was listening to the song when I first heard it, and I'm like, wait, like they're not speaking Korean, like it's giving English. So I really have high hopes for this group. I just feel like if they're going to be primarily in America, I feel like they don't really know what to do with them. Like if you're promoting in like Korea, you can usually like go to M Countdown, Inkigayo, like do radio over there, like do different shows. But when it comes to America, like I feel like the only thing we have is like Good Morning America and like a few of the other morning shows. Maybe they'll do a Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon moment. I don't know. But we'll see. But so far, like they have been doing like different little videos for their dance challenge on TikTok with other K-pop artists. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I heard that they have like a Netflix thing coming out, like a show where it shows like them in the process of like forming the group, because I think a bunch of girls like auditioned and then they ended up making the cut. So I'm really excited because you guys know like I like K-pop. So this is just like a really fresh like twist and take on the K-pop industry with like bringing it to America. So if you guys haven't listened to that song, make sure you check that out. Touch by Cat's Eye. But yeah, so I'm just hoping that this episode gave you guys a little bit of awareness on hurry sickness and being mindful of just slowing down and being more present in the moment. But in the meantime, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and give that video a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're listening on Spotify and Apple, go ahead and rate that 5 stars, leave a rating, review. Oh my God, guys, I'm really, really tired today. It's because of this hurry sickness I put myself through this weekend. If you're listening on Spotify and Apple, rate that 5 stars, leave a review, like I said at the beginning of the episode. So let me know what you think about this episode. And go ahead and click that follow button to stay up to date with every new episode. And with that, I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Phone calls, I make rich look richer. Save your breath, baby, I'm not going home with y'all.